live from inside the ring at the MGM Grand, the same ring where on Saturday night, Wilder and Tyson Fury go head-to-head. Don't miss First Take next on ESPN. What does Swagoo say?
G, you know what I say? I say Daniel Jones is a gangster. He lying, G. Look at me today, G. I'm already a beast, so we just gonna be beastie. I call you bro.
Yes.
You are my bro. Are you crying, son?
This is not exactly how I meant for this to go.
Take that and smoke it.
Okay. Everybody loves the open, including me. Swagoo says where he interprets the words of others, and it's going to start with Academy Award winner Ben Affleck, who was here on our show the other day, and he had some intriguing comments about himself and Matt Damon in a group text with Tom Brady. Here's what Ben said.
Me and Matt texted him. And said, what's the deal? You going or you staying? And this is what we got back, an emoji. So I really have no information for you. I saw him, I was like, Tom, what's going on? Phil? And he was like,
That's what Ben said. What does Swagoo say?
Gee, you know, I was really dreading the day I was gonna have to be a truth teller to a really famous person. But Ben, the fact that you and Matt text Tom Brady and he sent you this, that means he ain't your damn friend. He's not letting you in on the dark side, man. That's what it boiled down to. I hate to break that news to both of you rich guys. But it is.
I don't know why that tickled me so.
It should be funny.
But it did. I like that. Let's get to this next one here. Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield has a new offensive coordinator, Alex Van Pelt, who had some comments about how to fix the footwork of his new quarterback. Here's what Alex Van Pelt says.
I've always used the term feet, you know, I want the feet to be like Mozart and not like Metallica, if that makes sense. And not to say that he is, but with the footwork, it's just a fluid motion. You're really back there dancing through the pocket as you go through your progressions.
So that's what he said. What does Swagoo say?
All right, let's be real. First of all, everybody's thinking there's Alex Van Pelt, Kendra Scott. All right, let me just get that out of the way. Second thing is, the fact that he's saying he wants him to be more like Mozart, it's because you need to calm your behind down, Baker Mayfield. Stop being antsy. Throw from the pocket. He's trying to settle Baker Mayfield down so he can operate at a premium level. That's what Alex Van Pelt is saying, Scott Van Pelt, brother.
Okay. Okay, I like it. One more here, and this one is going to hit close to home. This one is about LSU. Your beloved alma mater, coming off an historic national championship season, but they lose Joe Brady. The offensive coordinator. They lose the quarterback, Joe Burrow. They lose a bunch of weapons. The Tigers are not coming into this season as the favorites. This is what FPI says. Our analytics, our preseason analytics rankings came out, and the defending champs are not in the top 10. They say they are the 12th best team in the country, 5th best in the SEC. That's what FPI says. What does Swagoo?
Who the hell is the FPI, number one? Is this a collection of people that don't know what the hell they talking about? The second thing is, how in the hell is LSU 5th in the SEC? I don't get that either. Here's the thing. It don't matter until January. Gee, they didn't even have us ranked up here high like this last year. And look what we went on to do. I get it. We lost a lot. Everybody has to try to explain away the fact that we losing the #1 draft pick. Joe Brady was a phenomenon as far as calling plays. Clyde Edwards-Helaire was there. A lot of guys are leaving. But don't nobody give a damn till January. That's all I care about.
Okay, fair enough. And by the way, the answer to your question, who is FPI? It's Hembo, basically.
Yeah. Hembo's
the FPI is basically Hembo and a lot of other people who look just like Hembo.
Hembo. Don't ever play LSU 12 in the FPI, okay?
Okay, that's Swagoo says. Now I want to hear what Marcus has to say about this, because the shockwaves of the Houston Astros cheating scandal have rocked the sport. From the way the Astros failed to apologize to the commissioner being called out by players, the players themselves being angry. It has been a 2-week period that has taken the entire sports world by storm.
I am really sorry about the choices that were made.
This didn't impact the game. We won the World Series, and we'll leave it at that.
Did you say you feel like this didn't impact the game?
I didn't say it didn't impact the game.
How can you be that ignorant to the situation?
What a disgrace that was. And these guys were cheating for 3 years. Altuve stole an MVP from Judge. Everyone knows they stole the ring from us.
Cody Bellinger's job is to look for information, get informed. If you don't know the facts, then you gotta shut the
I feel like every single guy over there needs a beating.
You cheated and you didn't earn it.
I don't agree with the punishments.
When players cheat, you can't have a gold medal, right?
but they still have a World Series title.
An asterisk or asking for a piece of metal back seems sort of a futile act.
Calling the World Series trophy a piece of metal, the only thing devaluing that trophy is that it says commissioner on it.
You're only really sorry because we got caught.
So that's the 2 weeks that we've all just lived through. Now, the Astros yesterday, they've gone the opposite direction from being more apologetic. This is Josh Reddick in the Washington Post. At some point, you have to move on and not give a bleep. We're going to go out there and win and shut everybody up. Lance McCullers, the pitcher. The teams talking trash are going to have to play us, except for the guys who are popping off the most. That's clearly a reference to the Dodgers, who've been very outspoken and who do not play the Astros this year unless, of course, they meet again in the World Series. I wanted to put my players together here because you guys are athletes and you understand. And there are players across the sport who feel that they were cheated out of a chance to win a championship, which is something all of you dream of all of your lives. So, Jalen, I'm going to give you the first word here. Do you believe that more needs to be done and that the 2017 championship should be taken away from the Astros?
It should definitely be taken away. More should have been done. You cannot grant the players immunity. That's a sign of weakness from baseball. You can't go into it with that approach. You have to go into it with the approach that we're going to punish everybody. 3 managers lost their jobs. That's a fact. And we're talking about the Astros. We're going to be talking about the Red Sox. Right. Because they cheated also, and they lost their manager and skipper as well. And so for Josh Reddick, I got to tell you a secret. Talking about move on, we're never going to move on, dog. Y'all cheated. And we're going to call you on it every chance that we get. That's what this is all about. You disgrace the game. You devalue what being an athlete is all about, trying to work as hard as you can to achieve the ultimate achievement. And then you have the commissioner coming out saying it's just a piece of metal. Like, seriously? Bro. Just a piece of metal? So I have zero respect for anybody affiliated with the Houston Astros and the Red Sox with their cheating scandal.
Well, you guys are so well-educated and speak well. Y'all know I simplify things. You were stealing the money, you got caught. You're going to jail. And you also, if we find you and you stole the money and the money's still in your house, guess what we're going to do? We're going to return the money to the bank. That's all that happened to the Astro. You got caught cheating. Somebody need to tell you to be a better cheater if that's what you're going to do. But the fact that we having this conversation about should we take the trophy or should we not, where I'm from, if you steal something, and they catch you for it, and they can recover the goods, they take the goods and take it back to the store you stole it from. It's as simple as that for me. So I don't know why this is such a, I know Manfred was talking about it's a slippery slope to start taking things away. No, it's not. The other people ain't get caught. Correct. They got caught. Take it away.
Well, the problem is they're not going to jail, right? They kind of got a pass.
Absolutely.
And here's the thing. It goes back, a basketball guy, if we go back to the Donald Sterling situation, I know the situations are not the same, but the way Adam Silver handled that situation, that made him the players' champ, right? And I feel like Manfred had an opportunity to do that. Now, Himbo, who loves baseball, gave me a great nugget. He's like, hey, his background is a lawyer. Baseball doesn't need a lawyer right now. Somebody trying to, well, I didn't mean to say this or I didn't mean to say that, worried about nuances. Baseball needs a judge. They need an executioner. And that's what the players want, and that's what Manfred should be.
I don't disagree with anything any of you have said. The only defense I would offer of the way the commissioner handled this and of the notion of giving immunity is, you have to ask yourself the question, would any of those players, when Mike Fiers first came out and snitched, to use that word in air quotes.
He did.
How much criticism was there from other players? How do you go out of school? How do you give up your locker room? So if the commissioner doesn't offer immunity to the players, we don't know any of this, right? None of this comes out. We don't have all of this information unless they did what they did in the steroid case, which is they go get an independent party and they do a big investigation the way they did with the Mitchell report, and then you let the chips fall where they may. Other than that, I agree with everything that you said.
Right, but if you think about it, Greeny, like PEDs and cheating should be treated equally.
Yeah.
In this scenario, it has not been. Those that have been accused of taking PEDs in baseball have been ostracized from the sport, have been kept out of the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Pete Rose has been kept out of the Hall of Fame for gambling. This rivals that, yet you can't give the players immunity, Greeny. Here's what you do. Okay, you guys tell me what happened. I'm still going to suspend you for a year. You still get the same information. You don't have to. You don't have to not.
Consequences.
Exactly what you did. It's a cloak. Because if you do allow an independent investigation, that can open up a can of worms that maybe baseball does not want to be opened up. While it's a brand that seems to be struggling, but I will tell you, this PR for baseball is drastically different. They're able to catch a storm.
You need to insulate yourself from the whole outside investigation. I agree with that. Here's the thing, though. Like, this is simple. This is against everything about sports, G. Like, this is not, Rob Manfred doesn't have, this is not difficult. In terms of you cheated, got caught, cheated resulted in you being better than the team you played in the World Series, and that's not the way you can play this game. Take it back.
You got to take away that MVP 2017 from Altuve. You got to take away the World Series championship. You have to.
The passion that I've witnessed from you guys and all the players that I've spent my entire adult life around professional athletes.
Because that's the Cardinal sin.
People are mad.
It's Cardinal
really
sin.
mad. It's not going away. Still coming up here on Get Up. They are the two guys that will define
Let's go, Detroit Lions.
This year's
Let's get
draft. Tua or Burrow.
Let's go.
All right, Jalen's ready to go.
Season tickets again.
What about Stafford?
He ain't getting us no playoffs.